My starving dog. My dog Monty is looking up at me with a very sad and dejected expression. His look conveys that he's starving, desperate for food to stay alive, and confused as to how his master could be so cruel as to not share even just a morsel of food to stave off his desperate hunger. Now, of course, the reality is very different. He was fed only an hour ago, where he scoffed the generous portion of dog food in his bowl and then went to lie down in his comfy bed to sleep it off. And yet, just 60 minutes later, once again he's magically back in the kitchen, looking up at me with his pleading eyes as I make my ham sandwich. And you know what? After making several comments such as, "You greedy dog, you can't possibly be hungry," I end up cutting off a piece of ham and throwing it in his bowl. And he demolishes it in one bite, and then returns and puts on his starved look once again. And sometimes he gets a second piece as well, before he saunters back to his bed for more contented sleep. And you see, this is a very powerful insight for business and for life that Monty's giving us. Because if you want someone to do something, to buy something from you, to ask you out, to offer you your dream job, or to give you a morsel of food, you have to be there. To be front of mind when they can give you what you want. Someone said that luck is when opportunity meets preparation, and famously, the world champion golfer Gary Player said, "The more I practice, the luckier I become." And the more Monty is at my feet giving me the starved eye look when I'm making a sandwich, the more likely it is that he'll get the treat he's after. You see, if I was making a sandwich in the kitchen and he wasn't at my feet, I wouldn't go and seek him out to give him some food. I'd make the sandwich and put the ham back in the fridge. I wouldn't even think of him. However, because he's there, most times he does get a treat, even though I know he doesn't need it, and so does he. And that's the power of being there, of networking, of social media, of staying front of mind. Because if when a customer wants to buy something, your competitor is front of mind instead of you, they may well get the business. You may never even hear that the opportunity existed. And in life outside business, you may miss the opportunity to go out with a person you fancy, or to be offered your dream job, just because someone else had put in the effort, like Monty did, and you didn't. So don't assume that you are in the front of someone's mind just because you've told them what you want once, or even twice or 3 times, because they're busy and are too time poor to be thinking how they can help you. Instead, put in the effort and make sure you are front of their mind, and make it easy for them to offer you what you want, like Monty. Vic's Fascinating Fables, stories to make you think. Brought to you by Vic, your virtual interactive coach, dedicated to helping you, your team and your family achieve and celebrate more success with less stress.